everyone, it's Anna, the Nerdy Nordic Stitcher. Sorry that I went MIA for quite a few months. I did film a video, I think at the start of September, and then I just never got around to editing it. Life got really busy. End of the year is always really busy for me. My kids have birthdays quite near the end of the year, and then obviously Christmas, and there was also Halloween because I am crazy and I decided to make my kids' Halloween costumes picture as evidence. So yeah, I sewed a dress for my daughter, and I built a Minecraft creeper for my son out of cardboard and paint. And yeah, it was a bit hectic. But yeah, I'll link the pattern I got for my daughter's dress down below. I think it's called La Petite Costumes or something or other. I forget. But yeah, it was a really good pattern. I was able to customize it a bit. I did follow a YouTube tutorial for a bit, and I also contacted the Etsy seller, whatever you call it, artist, I don't know. And she was really helpful, especially with the like puff sleeves, because I've never really sewn any clothing. So yeah, she was really helpful. So I would definitely recommend her. Anyways, I've already gone off on a tangent. I'm gonna try and stay focused, but we'll see how it goes. Anyways, yeah, as you can see, it's Christmas. I decided to film in front of our little Christmas tree. It's quite little this year because we're going away for Christmas to Iceland, so that should be good. It'll be lovely to see family. But yeah, so I thought I'd do a little sort of recap of the year, what I've done, and then talk about some plans for the new year and what I want to do. So if you've been here for a while, you know that I was doing a 2025 challenge. It was originally a 25 and 25 challenge that I got from the Fandom Stitching Central group. However, funnily enough, I don't stitch enough to do 2025 stitches on 25 projects in a year. I just don't stitch that much. I didn't even do 2025 stitches on all of my whips, probably because I got too focused on Halloween. Yeah. Anyway, I thought I'd go through what I did manage to do because I was quite happy with it. I really enjoyed doing this challenge. It really helped me see a lot of progress this year on quite a few of my whips. I was really hoping to get at least on all of the whips, which wouldn't have been anywhere near 25 projects. I think I got 7 that I finished the full goal. And then there was a few other ones that I made more progress, but I didn't manage to finish all of them. I am filming this on the 18th of December, so maybe I'll get a bit more in before the end of the year. Who knows? I will update you in the new year about that, but we'll see. But the first one that I finished doing the 2025 stitches was Pretty Little New York, which is this pattern from Satsuma Street. And this is where it was at the start of the year. And I did, yeah, I also did 2025 stitches, which takes it to 58.7% done. And this is where we're at. So it's quite a big difference. I'm really pleased with it. Added quite a bit to it. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. And I'd really like to get those. If you've seen my previous videos at all, you may be aware that I have a set of those Pretty Little Cities patterns from Satsuma Street that I bought when I was pregnant with my son. And he has just turned 8 years old. So I really want to get them done just because like it feels ridiculous to have taken this long to do these patterns. The second pattern that I finished my 2025 stitches on is my stained glass Zelda piece. It is this pattern. It's from an Etsy shop that doesn't exist any longer. I have seen like similar ones floating around, but it's not the same one I'm using. Yeah, is what it is. This is where we started at the start of the year. I had done this sort of like, started in the middle and then decided to go up into the corner because I wanted to start sort of filling it out more consistently because I wasn't happy with where I started at the middle. But anyway, and this is where I got to. Not a really exciting update. I basically connected everything from the corner down to where I'd gone into the middle. So it's not very exciting. This is technically, because I'm doing this project in half crosses, so this is like 4,050 half crosses. So it's a bit more, I guess, in some ways. But yeah, it was good to see progress on that. So with the stained glass Zelda, that takes me to 2.4% done. But yeah, it's quite a big project anyway, so it is what it is. It's progress. Yay, progress. And then the third project that I finished, the challenge stitches on. I found it. So yeah, so my third project that I finished, the gold stitches on, was my Anne of Green Gables Sal from Stitching Book Club. I've had that for 2 years. I'm dead because it's like, this is typical me. I never keep up with stitch alongs. It just doesn't happen. I should learn by now that it does not happen. So yeah, this is the finished pattern. And this is where I was at the start of the year, and I got to here. So I did this back in May, so now I need to actually think about what did I do. I think I added onto some of the N and E, like I finished the N of, I think I had started like AN and then part of the N there. I think I added some bits in here. I finished along here, like these sort of bits along here that I finished, like that wasn't done. I did all of this down to here. I think these sections here were only down to somewhere around here. So I added all of that and that bit. But yeah, it's quite nice to see the difference. Did I say what it looked like? If I didn't say, then the next projects I worked on were my Lord of the Rings patterns from Mia Stitch. The first one I worked on was my Shire piece, which is this one. I don't think it's technically called that on like the Etsy shop, but that's what I call it. And this is where I was at the start of the year, so I hadn't gotten very far at all. And this is where I am now. I've added in quite a bit, I feel like. Added in all these bits here, like the windows and everything, lots of green. So many greens, so many different greens, but it will be very pretty by the end. And then I worked on the Mordor piece as well. So it's a set of 3. There's also a Rivendell one, which I have the pattern for, but I haven't started. And I had been hoping to start it this year, but it didn't end up happening. But that's fine. So this is Mordor, and this is where I was at the start of the year. And here we are. So I've definitely added in like all of this. And then I think I've added pieces like just bits and pieces, because I tend to like, I'll just choose a color to work on and work it as much as I can until I finish the thread. And this pattern, and all of these patterns are very like there's really no like blocks of stitching. It's all very like a bit of color goes here and it goes dotted around there. I mean, you can kind of see some of the bits like this bit where it kind of just threads around kind of. So it takes a while to stitch, but it's really worth it. You can really see the color gradient that comes through. It's really, really beautiful. Right, then after that, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, and then the 6th pattern that I did, the gold stitches finished, was Pretty Little Hong Kong. I refer you back to my comments about the Pretty Little City patterns. So this is Pretty Little Hong Kong. This is where I was at the start of the year, not very far at all. I barely started. And then this is where we are now. So it definitely made a difference doing these stitches. I'm very happy with that. And that takes me to 27.6% on Pretty Little Hong Kong. I forgot to say about the other ones. So Mordor is now at 34%, 34.2. Shire at 17.2, and Anne of Green Gables is at 45.6%. And then the last pattern that I did the gold stitches on is my Aurora pattern, which is a out of print dimensions kit. So this is the pattern. She's gorgeous. If you have listened to the Worlds Beyond Number podcast, she gives me major injury vibes, and I happened to start this pattern at the same time as they did, was it chapter 3? Where they went to the North Pole, and yeah, like, she gives me major injury vibes, so I kind of quite love this pattern, but I love this pattern anyway. But yeah, she's very cool. So, this is where she was at the start of the year, and here's where we're at now. So I've added a bunch to the dress, gone kind of up the bodice. This is her arm here. I've added, I think, a little bit into I don't think I did loads on the bear. I did think maybe a little bit there. And I definitely added this bit wasn't there, I'm sure. But yeah, you can see sort of the trailing dress. But it's very exciting. So, those are the ones I finished my gold stitching on. So I had 3 small finishes this year. I have been doing the Brooks Books Advent Animals. I think it was a sale at one point, but like 10 years ago or something. So the patterns were still available on her website until fairly recently. For those not aware, sadly, Brooks Books passed away. I think it was earlier this year. Very sad. She had a lot of really gorgeous patterns. I have some of her like patterns that I bought in my stash, and there were patterns that were on my wish list, and I really wish I'd bought them because she had some really gorgeous patterns. But sadly, her Etsy shop is now closed. Yeah, so yeah, I guess just rest in peace. But yeah, so I have been working on the Advent Animals, and I had 3 finishes. So yeah, Advent Animals, it's like a Advent calendar, I guess, and they're little animals, each one. So I had 3 finishes. First one was First one was Cassie Cow. This one is finished. I'm trying to... There. Sort of. That's Cassie Cow finished. And then the next one was Pearly Pig. I'm trying to not get the Christmas lights shining through there. She's very pretty. And this one is very wrinkled for some reason. It got buried in the bottom of a bag. But yeah, there you go. Dunkin' Dog is also very cute. So I have in total 3 of these finished. I had also previously finished Katie Kitty, this one, and Mary Mouse. So still obviously lots of them to go. I haven't started all of them, but I've started quite a few of them. So yeah, I guess I'll just keep sticking to it. I might try and get like a little bit more done now, because it was my last day at work today, so I'm now on Christmas holiday, so I'll have hopefully some more type stitch, but you know, I'm going to see family and we might get really busy actually, come to think of it. So the next one I'm going to talk about is my Cottage Glow pattern. This is a kit that my dad had given me a long time ago, not a long time ago. Right, so this is the kit. It's a letter stitch kit, very Christmassy, obviously. So I have been working on that in the last few weeks. I've only done about 545 stitches on it this year, but as I said, I'm gonna be doing some more stitching. So hopefully maybe I can get one more gold stitch finished. That would be nice. But yes, here's where it was at the start of the year. I think I literally had like 200 stitches on it. So I've added in, what, 300 now-ish. And this is where we're at now. Can't see what I'm doing at all. There we go. Yeah, so that's just like this bit of the roof there, snow on the roof, and then the like garland around the door. But yeah, should be good. Should hopefully get some more stitches on that while I am on holiday. Some time for stitching. So the next one I have worked on is, so I don't think my brother, but Ed, if you're watching this, go away. You're not allowed to see this yet. But yes, this is for my brother. So he is LGBT. So I'm doing this gay agenda, which I thought was quite funny pattern. So I have done not loads on this one either. Done about 400 stitches on this one. So I had worked on this last year, and I'd been doing, there was like a Pride challenge in June, and you had to like stitch in, you know, so and so many stitches in loads of different colors for, you know, rainbow and everything. So I had sort of started colors along here to do those stitches, but then I had like a load of hanging threads, so I've basically gone in and filled in those threads, and I have the same here. So this will be the agenda, which I'm doing in variegated thread, sort of rainbow style. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that. You will get that at some point. Who knows when that will be? I do not know. And then I've been working on my Midna pattern. This is from Pink the Pink, which is charted from Hannah Alexander artwork. Gorgeous pieces, quite complicated. So this is the pattern. This is Midna. She's a character from the Legend of Zelda series. The main like character is charted by Mickey Pink, Ashley. But the background is, what's her name? Crafty Gurumi. She made the like background thing, which I'm very excited for. It looks stunning and like thematically works very well for this character in the game. Anyways, here's where I was at last year. And now I'm going to get my massive frame. And here's where I'm at now. It doesn't look like a lot of progress because I decided to do this, which is some of it's her skin, it's her arm, and then there's like a sleeve coming down here. And it was a lot of like partial crosses, so I decided to do it 1/1, which all of the other ones are 2/2, because this is 36 count, I think, fabric. Yeah, I know, I'm a masochist doing grey on grey 36 count. But I have done 1,745 stitches on there. So it doesn't look like a lot, but I feel like I'm almost there. Sadly, I don't think I'll be able to finish doing my 20-25 stitches because I'm not taking that with me to Iceland. Although I have done that. I know I'm crazy, but I have done that. But yeah, I don't think it'll fit. We've got too much stuff to bring with us to Iceland. Anyways, yeah, so that's where I got with that. I'm quite happy with it. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen me work on it, because I quite often post to my stories, like if it's like a Sunday morning or something and I get some free time to just sit with my cross stitch and like have my D&D show on in the background. That's my favorite part of the week. So I thought I heard kids outside shouting, and I was like, are those my kids? Are they about to burst through the door? Who knows? Anyway, I did also have a new start in my Pretty Little Cities series. So I had not started Pretty Little London, and I actually got to here, which is 1,654 stitches, which is not bad. As you can see, I started this when I was not very knowledgeable about cross stitch, and I did not leave myself very much edge here. So I started in the middle, and then like I worked down to make sure I'd have space here, and then worked my way up to make sure I didn't like go too close to the edge here. But yeah, it fits just. Yeah, the things you learn. The second to last pattern I worked on was, I have this like winter bunny pattern from, I think it's Kits by SA Stitch. There's like patterns by SA Stitch and Kits by SA Stitch on Etsy. I think it's the same person. Anyway, doesn't matter. So I had a tiny start on that. So this is the pattern. She has a set of these really cute like winter animals, and I want to do all of them, obviously. Don't know when I'll have time to do all of them, but I want to do all of them. But I made a fair bit of progress on this. Well, I say fair bit, I've had 647 stitches I've done on this. I think I'm going to take this one with me to Iceland as well, because it's really cute and I want to work on it. It's this way. But I was missing some of the colors. I recently got some more. This is where I was at, and this is where I've got to. This is an additional 600. So you can see the like gradients in this are gorgeous. I love it. It's so pretty. That's why I want to keep working on it. But I think I have the threads now, so I can take that with me and work on it. But it is one of those like, I need good lighting. I have to have the good lighting, and I have to have oh no, actually I don't have to. I have these like magnifying glass things that go over my glasses when I stitch on Midna, but I can usually get away without them with this one. But it is tricky. What else have I worked on? Sugar Plum Fairy. I went to, I mentioned this in a previous video, when it was end of August, I think, there was like the Farnborough Craft Fair. I went with my mum, and there was a booth there from So Luxe Company, and she had this set of nutcracker patterns that I had to have. I mean, I wasn't gonna get them, and then Mum was like, you need to have them. I'll get them for you. You need to have them. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna argue with that. So I started this one. I'm also thinking about taking this with me to Iceland. I've not gotten super far with it, but I've made, I think it's this way, a little bit of progress. It's a bit of a tutu. I'm really annoyed with myself because I had with the set, it was like a deal set. It came with a like ballerina shoe needle minder. I don't know what I've done with them. I clearly filmed like when I opened the boxes in like August, so I think it might be somewhere up in my study, but it's now not with all my the kits, and I don't know what I've done with them, and I'm really annoyed about it. So it's so cute. I want it. Hello everyone. Slight little interjection into the video here. There's a few things I forgot to mention when I filmed, and I'm now in Iceland, so apologies for the slightly wonky setup. I'm currently in my mum's bedroom with my phone propped up on like 3 books and the lid of the dirty washing basket. So yes, there was a few things I wanted to mention. So first of all, I have signed up for the Cats and Plants stitch along, which is from mainly X Stitch. She's on Instagram, so I'll stick a picture up here of the sort of promo photo because I don't have a full photo of the pattern, but I've got my stuff ready for when the first release is, which I think is going to be 1st of January. And I've got my fabric, which I'm not sure you can see the color very well. The lighting in here isn't great for filming, but it's like a pale pink kind of thing, slightly sort of cloudy pale pink, which isn't what the called for color was. I think it's supposed to be like a yellow, but I'm not a massive yellow fan. And I couldn't afford to, like, because mainly X Stitch, Rachel, who runs it, she's in the States, so I couldn't afford to buy fabric from the States. So I got this one. It's a 28 count even weave from, I'll stick it up here because I can't remember what it was called. Oh, I've literally got it here, Lakeside Needlecraft. Silly. I am silly. Anyways, I've got all my threads ready to go. I've got my fabric. So I am ready to go on the 1st of January when the sale starts. But I had to go for it. It's a cat's pattern. Plants. Like plants, nice. Cats, yes, I have to have it. I have to have the cats. I have to live with a very allergic husband, so I can't have any actual cats. So I need all the cat patterns. It just is what it is. Speaking of cats, I also got this kit. It's a very old, I'm pretty sure it's out of print, Dimensions kit. I actually had this kit many, many years ago when I was a teenager. It's one of the first cross-stitch projects that I ever did. However, I never finished it. And I think I still have like the Ada on it, but I've lost all the threads. The Ada is stained because I'm pretty sure I was sitting on my grandfather's balcony in the hot sun stitching, as you do. So it's got like oil stains, sweat stains, I don't know what it is. And I've also lost the hanger that comes with it. So I saw a kit available on eBay and I was like, I have to have this. So yeah, I had it sent to my mum when she was visiting family in the States, and she brought it with her back to Iceland, so I was just able to get my hands on it now when we arrived in Iceland. And then the last thing I think I'm going to mention is actually maybe 2 things. I can't remember if I've mentioned, so Make It Pink, which is the artist who charted the Midna pattern that I'm doing, which is based off of Hannah Alexander artwork. She's added 2 more celled patterns, and I bought both of them because of course I had to. I just had to. So I can't remember, I bought this one a while ago, several months ago, this one, which is the Zelda in Fountain pattern. I think I bought it, there was a sale a few months ago. Yes, there was the Hannah Alexander 10-year sale. It's been 10 years that Ashley has been working with Hannah Alexander. So there was a big sale on her patterns. So I obviously had to buy that. And then the most recent pattern is the Halo Zelda, this one. So I had to buy that one as soon as it came out. And I also ordered the, you can buy off her website like a custom made bead kind of thing that goes in her necklace, which looks exactly like the bead from the actual game. It's very cool. So yeah, I got those. I don't have the bead with me, it's in England at the moment, but I'll maybe show you guys next time. Anyways, I think that's everything I need to talk about. Hopefully, I may have forgotten something again, as usual, but I will now cut back to the original video. Right, those are all the cross-stitch projects I've done. I then recently decided to start learning to crochet, because why wouldn't I do that? I had in my stash, so there's a website called Sirdar. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Sirdar. And they do crochet alongs, and the patterns, at least as far as I can tell, have always been free. And then you can buy like the yarn kit to make it. So I impulse bought, it was on discount sale, I think on Black Friday, so I kind of impulse bought the yarn for it and started crocheting. So I've been learning to crochet, and I have made it to here. I'm very proud of myself, because I've tried to learn to crochet several times and always given up. This is the farthest I've ever gotten with crocheting. I'm very happy about that. Yeah. I think the only reason that I've managed to get this far is because there's also video tutorials, because I'm having trouble reading the pattern. I don't know if it's me or what it is, but I'm really struggling to read the pattern. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. So, plans for 2026. I do want to keep doing the it'll be 2026 stitches challenge. I don't know what to call it. Because I feel like that was really motivational this year. It was really nice to see comparing start of year to end of year, and having that goal of right, okay, I've done my 25 stitches, let's switch to this and that sort of thing. So yeah, I do want to keep that in. I do also have an idea for a stitchy game, just for myself. I mean, if anyone said they wanted to do it as well, I'm not going to say no, but I don't think that that's going to become a thing. So I had watched the Nutty Nerdy Needle, because my friend Nina Hobby Site had sent one of her videos, because she was like, ooh, you like D&D? Here's someone doing cross-stitch D&D. So she had been doing, she called it Stitch to a Finish, where she was rolling dice and kind of had a character for she was trying to finish some projects, but she had to roll dice as you do in D&D for whether she could hit, and then she had to stitch according to what she rolled and everything. Anyway, and I think she got that idea from the Crow Stitcher, I think. So yeah, I want to make sure I give them credit for this idea. I do kind of want to do my own twist of it, so have it as close to an actual D&D game. So I have a character. This is Runa. She's a dragonborn barbarian. If you don't play D&D, feel free to switch out now. But if you're interested, I'll talk about this for a little bit. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do a very sort of basic, this is my character, have her go into like a dungeon or something and just be like fighting enemies. And I want to assign, so I'm thinking I'm gonna assign a like focus project to Runa, so that like if she gets damage, then I have to do the stitches on her, and then assign projects to like whatever enemies, and then roll for hitting, you know, I want to use a wheel to assign which projects I'm working on for which enemy, and then whenever she's trying to hit the enemies, I'll then have to stitch and that sort of thing. And then I'm thinking, like if it misses, I want to have like a minimum. I might just do like 50. If it's a miss, it'll be 50 stitches on that pattern, so it still gets a little bit of something. And then I was thinking to do sort of like healing, like if my character has to have a healing potion, then that means I need to do, because I've got various sort of like FFOs and stuff. I'm really bad at FFOing things and like little bits sort of around the projects that I really should be doing. So I'm thinking this might actually force me to do those things. So yeah, that's my idea. I'm planning to start that in the new year. If anyone is going to be interested, feel free to come and watch. If not, no worries. But yeah, I think I'll leave it there, and I will see you in the new year. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bye.